Hi guys, this is Shannon from Reptile Way and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing a video all about how to actually handle a blue tongue lizard. Now we will be touching on a few different topics in this video, and this video is going to be great for first time blue tongue lizard owners, and especially if you're going to get a baby blue tongue lizard. It's just going to ensure that you're going to be handling these guys correctly and you're not going to injure or hurt them. So let's dive into this video. Now, one of the most important things to know is how to actually pick up your blue tongue lizard. You want to pick it up between these 2 points that I'm pointing out, so the trunk of their body. You never want to grab them by the head, neck, tail area, and keep in mind these guys are a skink species. So if you do grab them by the tail, it could cause them to drop their tail. But here we've got bangers. This is a good way to hold them if you can't hold them on one hand like I was with the baby. You really just need to ensure that all of their feet are on a surface. So the surface being your hands. This is a great way also for little kids to hold a blue tongue lizard, whether it's a baby or adult, when they do have little hands. And you can see bangers is so comfortable with this technique. Another way is actually putting it on your forearm. And again, this is a really good technique for adults because they do get quite big. Also, you can put it on your chest area. Just keep in mind you do want to hold around their back area to make sure they don't fall off you. But again, all these techniques, they have their feet on a surface. Now, when you're trying to grab these guys out of their enclosure, they can be a little bit fast on their feet, and they may run around a bit trying to escape you. And again, they're just thinking you're a predator or something that's going to hurt them, so it will take time for them to warm up to you, especially if they are babies, or even if you are getting an adult that wasn't really handled that often by its previous owner. So it can take a little bit of time. So in their enclosures, they may run around quite a bit. Don't let that deter you. Eventually they'll start to calm down, but when they are running around, make sure when you go in there to grab them, you still grab them by that main trunk part of their body. Also in your enclosure, having hides that are easy to lift up so that you can actually lift the hide up, be able to grab your blue tongue lizard out. You never want to really have a hide that you're going to have to reach into and you can't grab it, because that can lead to the animal biting you. So you always want to have things that you can sort of lift up that it's hiding underneath, and that'll just make it a bit easier for you to see where you're grabbing. And also the lizard generally isn't going to get as defensive as if it sees something coming from the entrance of its cave at it like that. It's probably going to want to have a bit of a munch on it. Now, with my adults and their adult enclosures, I do want to make it easier for myself if I want to handle them. So Bangers here, you can see, is trained to come to an easy access spot. This is her feeding spot, and this is through me over time encouraging them since they're babies to come out of their hides to move around their enclosure to feed. And not only will this make for easier handling, so getting them out of their enclosure later down the track, but it also is a form of enrichment. It mimics the wild. They have to hunt, move for their food, and it's a good form of exercise. But as well, it ties so much into handling, because if they're comfortable coming out of their hides in your presence, they know they're going to get something positive in return. It really does help out handling these guys a lot. And you'll get to Hannibal's stage where he will run around for anything and run on top of anything for his food, and he'll even do it for just the tweezers. This does take a bit of time, but worth it. Now, another important part of handling is when it comes to bathing these guys. Babies are renowned for having stuck shed. They are getting used to shedding. So handling them in the right way, having, I guess, the correct depth of water, shape of bowl, etc. whilst you're trying to do this always helps. So we're going to go over bathing and how to assist with shedding whilst doing the correct handling. So here I'm slowly lowering our adult blue tongue lizard Bangers into the sink. You can see the water depth isn't really that high. She can always keep her head above the water. Now she is going to be a little bit scrambly at the start, but you can see I'm controlling her body by the trunk of her body. Now if you've got a baby, you can use a small smaller tub, container, bowl than a sink, but a really good technique that calms them down once they've stopped running around is they like to place their front feet on one of my hands, and then it keeps their head higher above the water, and then I can use the other hand to get stuck shed off, put water over their body if I need to. Keep in mind this water does need to be lukewarm to warm water, and you don't want to drop their temperature too much. So once I finish bathing them, I like to pat them down dry, and Bangers has done an amazing job. Your Bluetongue lizard, baby or adult, may not be as calm as what Bangers is, as it does take time for them to feel comfortable with this routine, but handling this method should alleviate a bit of stress for the animal. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I really do hope it did help you out a little bit. A big thank you to good old Onyx here, who has done an amazing job. And if you did like the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe if you'd like to be made aware of future content. It really will help grow our channel so we can keep producing our favorite content, which is all about reptiles. But until then, we'll see you next time. Bye guys.